Hello, welcome to the weather update. It's 11 o'clock. It is November 26, 2022. A nice, beautiful day today, though you can see the clouds starting to come in. We had a little bit of scattered cirrus around during the day. If you're going to be able to see that, you can see the wave of cirrus now coming in. You can see right there, yeah, it was a little bit of it that just kind of popped up during the day there like that. But all that cloud cover, that is all from rain that is heading our way. It's going to give us a wet and stormy day for your tomorrow, Sunday. Look at what is heading our way. That's this low pressure system right here that is over, looks like Missouri and Kansas, and that is heading our way. You can see all the string of moisture along, even some severe weather down here. That's some of the element that we're going to be dealing with as this storm heads toward us. Looking at the Weather Prediction Center, you can see here again, yeah, you see what's heading our way here. We got a storm. It's actually going to go right over us tomorrow. And if we go to the Severe Prediction Center, let's see if they have anything for us tomorrow, because there is a slight, let's see, nothing for us tomorrow. All right, well, this is tomorrow here. It does have a thunderstorm risk, but nothing severe over our area. Looking at current conditions right now, we've got temperatures generally in the mid-40s across the area. It was a mild day today. We'll show you what it was like in Islip today. We got up to the mid-40s today. And you'll see here, yep, mid-50s, I should say, not mid-40s. I'm a little tired. Mid-50s, west-northwest winds. Started off pretty cold in the morning, but then it warmed up pretty quickly. And we're not really seeing a whole lot of radiational cooling tonight, except in some areas. Most of us are dealing with mid-40s. However, you can see there's that 31 in West Hampton right there. And we also have a little bit of radiational cooling in New Jersey, mid-30s over there. So, yeah, very mild night tonight, generally speaking. Looking at West Hampton, you can see they're at 31 right now. And, yeah, they dropped. They radiated. Let's see. They started radiating. The sun went down. So they did get some radiational cooling. So let's go take a look at our highs and lows today. We'll start off with the lows and go to our lows. Let's see, lows, minimum temperature here. You can see that must be the low at West Hampton because that's what's being registering right now, 30 degrees. 36 at Islip, and it looks like it got down into the upper 20s in the New Jersey Pine Barrens last night. Everybody else was in the mid-40s in the city, and the rest of us here on Long Island generally mid to upper 30s. So let's deal with this rain. We gotta watch out. We got to deal with this rain coming our way. Here it is, folks. This low pressure system that is going to be coming in, and you can see it's going to be tracking right over the area and giving us a soaker of a Sunday. But it will be out of here by Monday. But we're going to have to deal with this soaker of a situation. So let's go to the HRRR model first, and we'll be able to see this coming in. And actually, I want to show the dew points first, if we can do that. So looking at the dew points, you'll see here that you can see the still dry air in place. And then as we get toward the later part of your Sunday, after 3 o'clock, here comes the moisture, and that's going to bring in the rain. And there's going to be some strong LLJ with this system. It's a low-level jet. Strong southerly winds with this system. So dew point's going to shoot into the 50s, maybe 60 degrees. Real burst of moisture. And then after 9 o'clock, it starts moving on out of here, and we have that westerly flow take over and bring us a drier day for your Monday, west to northwest flow, actually. But that is some pretty humid, warm tropical air that's going to be coming up here, even though it has no business being here. And tonight, we'll have lows probably similar to last night. And the Pine Barrens could see 20s, of course. And tomorrow we will the cloud cover comes in, so it's going to limit the temperatures down a little bit compared to yesterday. Low 50s for highs, but then we'll actually see our highs in the evening. So with this surge of warm air coming in, we could get above 60 degrees after, say, 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and that'll be your high, which is very unusual. And then as we get into Monday, you see temperatures drop into the 40s. And it will be cooler on Monday. But this is going to give you an idea of the kind of moisture we're working with. So when we look at the rain projection here, we start seeing the rain break out as we head into the afternoon. So right around 3, 4 o'clock, rain moves in, and it's going to be heavy at times, and it's going to linger around. We're going to have showers, maybe even a thunderstorm. Here we are, 7 o'clock. We're still dealing with scattered showers around, so it's going to linger around. It's not really going to be out of here until after 9 or 10 o'clock at night, so it will linger around, and it's going to ruin most of the latter half of your Sunday. And then it's out of here, and then we do dry out for Monday, and you can see the northwest winds take over. As far as the amount of rainfall we would see, total accumulated precip, like I said, I'm thinking half an inch to an inch, maybe some isolated areas that might see more rain from it. And this is, again, the HRRR model, which I feel is best representing what's going to be happening tomorrow. We could look at a few more models, and we will. Let's go look at the NAM next. And this is the NAM, and I'm pretty sure we have that agreement. So here's, again, that rain. And you can see that heavy rain there. So it's going to be heavy rain, showery, heavy rain, downpours, maybe even a thunderstorm. And it's going to, and even after the thunderstorms are over, you're still going to have lingering rain showers until we get to 9 or 10 o'clock. So it's going to linger through your evening. And that's what's going to make it suck so bad, is that it's going to, just linger throughout your evening. So, and it's going to be pretty windy too as a result of that. And we want to actually look at that situation that we're going to look at right now. And actually, I want to look at a few more things here. Oh, let's see if I can do this. Let's see. Yeah, this is what I want to look at. FGen, this is lift. So you can see, look at the lift in the atmosphere as we get toward 4 or 5 o'clock. So this is going to produce some heavy rain. And that's why I think thunderstorms are fairly likely. Like I said, it's going to be stormy. It's not just going to be raining. You're going to have a wind-driven, tropical-style rain, thunder and lightning possible as we deal with this. And this is going to be, again, I think, between 4 or 5 o'clock till around 8, 9 o'clock is going to be the worst of it. All right? So it's not going to be an all-day thing, but it hits at a busy travel time for people as they're heading back from their Thanksgiving weekend. So it's going to be inconvenient for a lot of people. And there's going to be flooding, ponding on roadways, possible travel disruptions from this kind of thing. And I will show you the skies for a moment here. We'll look at the RGM here. We'll show you the skies just to show you again. We're going to have the clouds, maybe a little bit of sun, but more or less overcast tomorrow. And then Monday, we'll start with sun, but then we're going to have to watch out for some possible cloud buildup possible throughout the day. But I think we'll deal with that tomorrow night when we talk about the weather update, because there's still a lot that I want to cover with this rain event. This is going to be a severe weather type event that I'm a little concerned about. So we're going to go and look at the thunderstorm cape levels right now for tomorrow. And we'll move this toward 1, 4. Let's see. We don't have any cape. All right. I don't see any cape here. All right. So it's not showing any cape, but if we go to lifted index, this is going to be high. Let's see this. 8, 10. Yeah, there is some lifted index. So this is a concern here that we could see, again, the thunderstorms. The other thing is the winds. Wind gusts. This is a concern right here. Yes, the winds. So I think we're going to need a wind advisory for tomorrow because we're going to have some pretty strong winds. So here we're at 3 o'clock, not too bad. 4 o'clock, starting to pick up a little bit. 5 o'clock, you can see this very strong LLJ coming in from the south. And here we go. Wind gusts. This is at the surface here. Look at that, showing 65 miles an hour. So this is going to be a very, very strong surge of a low-level jet of tropical, warm, humid air that's going to come in. And depending on how much of this makes it, this is the wind gusts forecast from the HRRR model. So we're going to be dealing with this. And then it finally starts improving. It eases a little bit as we get toward 9. Here we are at 10 o'clock. It eases somewhat, and the winds go to the west. These are wind gusts, all right? I can look at the sustained wind speed. It doesn't look anything that horrible. When you look at the gusts, this is where it gets scary. And when I move this up, let's go up to 1,000 meters, because this is where things get crazy. All right? 1,000 meters at 4 o'clock. We've got winds above us. It's sustained at 60 miles an hour. And here we are at winds sustained at, in some areas, possibly up to 80 to 85 miles an hour, just above the surface. So this, why I bring this up is because if there's a thunderstorm or shower, it could help bring those winds down to the surface. And yes, I think that there could be a potential for some power outages tomorrow night. How many people could be affected? Could be anywhere between 1,000 and 5,000 customers. maybe up to 10,000. I don't think it'll be that high, but with the wind like this, it's always possible. And with the way the infrastructure is, especially in the middle of the island, it wouldn't surprise me to see some power outages tomorrow night. We can go to 850 HPA. This is even higher up now at 1,500 meters, and you can see the strong winds, that low-level jet, really just roaring up above our heads here. So this is what we have to watch out for. This is a very strong low-level jet, and any shower or thunderstorm develop, could have these strong winds brought down to the surface, and that's what we got to be concerned about. Even though there aren't any, severe weather risks, as far as the ocean, probably not going to see too much of an effect on the ocean from it. It's just mainly going to be a thunderstorm threat. And again, even though this doesn't really show much here, we look at the wind shear is very high. So this is another concern we have, and it could cause flight delays. And, you can never rule out with such conditions in the atmosphere that it might be an isolated water spout or tornado. It's always a possibility, a very remote possibility, but a possibility nonetheless. Let's see if the Weather Service has a briefing for this, and they don't really have a briefing for it, but I am concerned about the potential for some strong, damaging winds tomorrow. I think we'll need a wind advisory for sure, and it will be brief, but it could be intense, especially when these showers and thunderstorms hit. So do keep that in mind. We can look at one more model, and I will look at one more model, and we'll look at the windy.com model and see. Let's go here and take a look at the windy.com model, and we'll see how windy, which is the European model here, which we have up here, shows what's going to happen tomorrow here. So this is 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock. You can see these strong winds coming onshore here. They're off to the south here, 46. Not quite as terrible looking as the HRRR looks, but still, kind of. And again, if I take this up above the surface here, we know that I don't think this doesn't give us the ability to go above the surface with the wind, I think. But bottom line is, this is a tropical surge of air. So again, just expect that possibility for heavy downpours, gusty winds in those downpours, very tropical-like downpours tomorrow evening. So if you can, try to leave earlier. If you're heading back from your holiday, try to leave earlier, like in the morning, so you can avoid this, because it's going to be very yucky as we get toward that evening hours between 4 and 9 o'clock. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Just keep an eye on the radar. It's going to be an ugly day tomorrow, and let's hope there aren't too many power outages. Have a good night.